Okay, let's dive right in. We're about to break down a technique that is an absolute game changer for anyone on YouTube. This isn't just a tip, it's a full-blown automation system for creating content.
You know the feeling, right? If you're a creator, you know the struggle. The constant hunt for new ideas, the grind to get more views, just wondering what is actually going to work. It's tough.
But what if you could just reverse engineer what's already successful? Now, we're not talking about just ripping people off. We're talking about understanding the blueprint of success and building a system around it. So here's our game plan. We're going to walk through this step by step, from the main strategy all the way to building a machine that just churns out content that's optimized to go viral. All right, first up, let's look at the big picture. What does this method actually look like in the wild? And, why is it so powerful? So check this out. This is an example from the source material. It's a psychology channel and it's pulling in about $1,000 a month with only 32 videos. And how are they doing it? With simple stick figure images and an AI voiceover. This is the perfect kind of channel to replicate because its success isn't about fancy cameras or big personalities. It's all about the content structure.
Okay, so how do we actually pull this off? Let's get to the secret weapon, the core of this entire system. And the best part? It's a free tool from Google. Meet Google NotebookLM. Now, this is not just another AI chatbot. Its superpower, and this is absolutely crucial, is that it bases all of its answers and ideas on the specific sources you feed it. And here's why that's so important. Because NotebookLM is using real, successful YouTube videos as its foundation, the stuff it helps you create isn't just random AI nonsense. It's based on facts, it's well-structured, and it's much, much safer from YouTube's monetization penalties against that low-effort, purely AI-generated content. And the scale here is just insane. The source claims this tool isn't just a helper, it's a content factory. We're talking about the potential to produce over 30 videos in a single hour. Just let that sink in for a minute.
Okay, enough theory. Let's get practical and see how this actually works. It's time to extract a channel's DNA and feed it to our AI.
First, we need to gather our raw material, and we need to do it fast. The source suggests using a Chrome extension called Grabbit. You just set up a quick keyboard shortcut, head over to the channel's video page, and bam, you can copy all the video links at once.
Once you've got those links, you pop over to NotebookLM. You start a new notebook, tell it you're adding YouTube videos, and just paste everything in. The tool then gets to work watching and transcribing all of those videos, building its own private library of that channel's content. Now this is the magic prompt. Once everything is loaded, you give the AI this specific command. You're not just asking for a summary, you're telling it to analyze the very structure of what makes that channel successful.
And what you get back is, well, it's basically the channel's entire playbook. NotebookLM breaks down the main topics, the way they structure their scripts, the hooks they use in the first few seconds, and even the overall tone of voice. It's the complete recipe.
All right, so we've got the blueprint. Now it's time to start building. Let's use this analysis to generate our own unique content, but do it at scale.
You can start with the basics, like asking for channel name ideas that fit the niche. But the real power is asking for new video ideas. Because it's analyzed the successful content, it generates topics that are perfectly aligned with what the audience already loves.
And turning that idea into an actual video is just as systematic. You grab an idea, start a fresh notebook for it, and then use a feature called Video Overview. The AI then spits out a full video script and even suggests the visuals you should use. It's a true end-to-end process. Creating the video is a huge step, but it's only half the game. If nobody clicks on it, it doesn't matter how great it is. So now we optimize. The source is super clear on this. Your title and your thumbnail are everything. They're the signals you send to the YouTube algorithm to tell it who should see your video. You gotta get this right. So, what do? You go right back into NotebookLM, into the notebook for that specific video, and you give it this simple prompt. Since the AI already knows the content and the channel's style, it can generate a whole list of powerful, click-worthy titles for you. And for thumbnails, the strategy is even more straightforward. Don't overthink it. Don't try to be some kind of creative genius. Just find the pattern that's already working for the successful channel and replicate it. Consistency is your friend.
And what's cool is how easy this is to execute. The source suggests just building a simple template in a free tool, something like Canva. For the example channel, they use a high contrast text effect. So you can use a black background for that serious educational tone, or you can just swap it to red to create a sense of urgency for a really high-impact topic.
So when you tie this all together, what you have is a system. A system for ideas, for scripts, for videos, for thumbnails. You basically built yourself a complete YouTube automation machine.
And this really leaves you with a big question, doesn't it? As these AI tools get this good and this easy to use, is the future of making content less about random strokes of genius and more about this kind of strategic, data-driven replication? It's a fascinating thing to think about.